You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, YNR fans, it's time for a reckoning as Chelsea Lawson just can't keep it in, and it looks like she finally confesses the ugly truth to Billy Abbott, which in turn is going to blow up Sally Spectra and Adam Newman's relationship. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm going to tell you what to expect, the fallout, and more. So, you know, we've all known ever since that ill-fated trip to Baltimore back in early July that Chelsea and Adam made a drunken decision that could wreck both of their relationships. Up until that point, and I mean, heck, after that point for a while, Billy and Sally were nothing but supportive about them being there for Connor Newman whenever they could, even if it meant that the exes spending a lot of time together, even out of town together. And although Sally hasn't spent a lot of time with Adam's son, Billy has. He was hanging out with Chelsea and Connor, doing homework and school projects with the kid, getting closer to him at the same time that Johnny Abbott was getting to know his little brother. So there's just a lot of complicated moving parts to this drama and a lot of other people involved besides just the four of them. And since Adam and Chelsea came back from Baltimore, they've been on edge, they've been cagey, they've been lying to Sally and Billy, and their significant others picked up on it kind of right away, but they figured it was just Chelsea and Adam stressing out about what's going on with Connor, his OCD, his self-harm, all that stuff. But then things turned a corner and Billy and Sally started to realize there may be more to it, and they started asking questions. That's when Adam told a partial truth and said they got drunk together, which of course was the worst thing to say. Everybody knows drunk decisions are bad decisions, and him and Chelsea boozing together was bad news. And then later Adam kind of shifted the story. He was the one who was more drinking, and he said some mean things to Chelsea. He's just doubling down on the dishonesty. And that was really when Billy started worrying something else was going on. But bless Sally's heart, she told Billy he was being paranoid. And it was just Chelsea and Adam going through it with their son, and they just need to be there for them. Now, though, it's all about to blow up, and Sally, I think, is going to be kicking herself for not listening to Billy when he warned her something was up weeks ago. So late this week on Young and the Restless, there's big action in this storyline and a confession that blows up everybody involved, and it could rock fragile Connor's world too. You know, Sally tried to get Adam to open up, but he shut her down and he kept feeding her lines. And then she walked out and she went to Crimson Lights. And that's where she ran into Billy, who admits he was lurking and hoping to see Chelsea. And he told Sally that they're on a little break in their relationship. And of course, that's because Chelsea can't keep looking Billy in the eye and lying. So when he sat down with Sally, they immediately jumped into this dialogue of, okay, I don't think we're wrong about this. There is something more to what happened in Baltimore. Billy says he wants to trust Chelsea and kind of give her time to come clean to him. But Sally, you know, she says, come on, we already know the truth, right? She says she does want Adam to come clean now. And then Sally and Billy concur that there's really only one explanation for all of this. They know that they did something together when they were alone, when they were drinking. Even that, though, Billy still wants Chelsea to come to him with the truth rather than him making any accusations and there being some kind of very slim chance that they're wrong about them cheating. And Sally tells Billy she has some concerns, and she has had all along, about how much bonding Chelsea and Adam might do while they were taking care of this with Connor. And then she tells Billy she thinks things definitely got more complicated between Adam and Chelsea in Baltimore. And Sally says that, you know, whatever happened has already changed things between her and Adam, between him and Chelsea. Change has already happened. And so she tells Billy she's done. She's done. She is pushed beyond her patience. She is going to demand the truth from Adam. But Billy, on the other hand, is in a less confrontational place. He doesn't feel like he can give Chelsea an ultimatum. You know, he literally talked her off a ledge. He knows she's fragile, in addition to Connor being fragile. And so he's hoping to get information without ultimatum. But Sally, she's not feeling that way at all. She tells Billy she's going to have it out with Adam right now, marches out of the coffee shop, heading home to do that exact thing. And then Chelsea walks in, sees Billy all alone, and assumes he's waiting for her. And then Chelsea starts apologizing, blaming herself. Billy tells her, he doesn't want her eaten up with guilt. He's promising whatever it is, they'll face it together. And I think that's the tipping point. It all comes out. Chelsea says she betrayed him. She did something horrible and she hates herself for it. So that sets the stage for her to make a full confession to Billy on Friday's Young and the Restless cliffhanger episode. While Chelsea's spilling this harsh truth to Billy, Adam is going to be faced with Sally demanding the same thing from him, except I don't think he's going to come clean. If he does, I would be shocked, because the spoilers for this Friday say Adam stands his ground. And that spoiler could be about Victor hounding him to say bad things about Billy, or Jabot using Newman media, but I don't think so. I think it's far more likely about him and Sally, because in the very last moments of Thursday's episode, and I'm guessing we'll see it repeated again at the top of Cliffhanger Friday, Adam is looking stunned as Sally asks him flat out, "Did you sleep with Chelsea in Baltimore?" That big scene from the promo. And knowing Adam, he'll keep lying and denying. The problem is Chelsea seems to finally tell Billy the truth, and I think he will not hold back, and he will tell Sally, even if Chelsea asks him to not. I can't imagine Billy would keep that secret. He and Sally have formed their own little support group, basically constantly reassuring each other while Adam and Chelsea were busy with Connor. So I think Billy sees Sally as a real friend, and heaven knows, neither of them have a whole lot of them in Genoa City. So I had mentioned in my weekly predictions, I think only one of these two relationships will end, maybe both, but I feel like of the two, Chelsea and Billy are the only one that stands a chance. And that's because Chelsea is coming clean to Billy without him making an ultimatum, and that on the heels of him promising her they'd face whatever it was together. And I think given how much that he hates Adam, Billy could decide this is all Adam's fault and he took advantage of Chelsea when she was at a low point. That's the kind of assumption that Billy could live with, a narrative that would have him moving forward with Chelsea rather than facing the fact his girlfriend wanted what happened in Baltimore. But as for Sally, there's no way she's going to forgive Adam at this point. I think he's about to lose Sally all over again. And it's all back to him being this consummate liar. Remember, Adam lost Sally before. He dumped her to try and save her job at Newman Media. Remember that? He lied to her. He broke her heart, thinking he was doing her a favor. Now, 2 years on, Adam hasn't learned his lesson about honesty. He and Chelsea made a mistake, and he decided Sally finding out would just hurt her. And again, he wanted to protect her because it was a one-off mistake. It wasn't a full-blown affair. But Adam has not learned that's the worst way to approach Sally. She's a big girl, and she doesn't need him shielding her like this, doing her any favors, thinking for her. So with Chelsea's big confession to Billy, it seems like maybe they can salvage their relationship. Maybe. But I can't see how Sally and Adam stand a chance. What do you think? Who's going to get dumped when it's all out? Drop your comments. Please subscribe if you're not already following us, and come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt talking Young and the Restless with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.